Hi guys, it's Georgina and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a press handstand. So it's not the easiest skill in gymnastics at all, but we are going to work it so we get it eventually. So to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to lie on our back, and what we need is a wall, but I'm going to use a sofa because I have very long legs. So I'm going to put our hands against there, so they're like that, down, but then we need to straighten our arms like that, okay? And then we're going to just press our back into the ground, so there shouldn't be a gap like that to start with. Nice, so that's the shape we need. And then what we're going to do is basically a press handstand, but on the floor. So bring our legs up, and then we're going to just stay there, and then back down, okay? And we're just going to do it one more, press that back into the ground, bring it up, and then back down, okay? So if you find that easy, then you're off in a good start because you've just done it but on the ground. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to handstand and we're going to bring it down as slow as we can in straddle. Slow as we can. Very nice. So lean in against the wall or sofa if you are very tall and long legs like me. We're just going to repeat that exercise again. So bring it as slow as we can, without stopping, but very, very slowly. Very nice. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lean against it again. We're using this quite a lot today. And we're going to put our hands on the ground, but not as close this time, but just enough so we can bring our shoulders to touch, okay? And we're going to do the tiniest little bit lifting off, like this. Just like that, okay? Let's repeat that again. What I don't want to see is this, bending your legs and going like that. Because if you're doing your press handstand like that, then that is not it. You're just cheating yourself there. So we just want to slowly lift off, because it's called a lift. People call it elephant lift, people call it a lift, people call it press handstand, but it's a press or it's a lift. It's not a jump, it's not called jump handstand. Okay, so we're just going to lift off. Okay, if you could do that, then now what we're going to do is move away from that. I'm going to do the same thing but without leaning on. So same exercise, just slowly lifting off. So it shouldn't be all the way up at all, it's just a slow exercise. And then up again. Okay, very nice. Now what we're going to do is work our hip flexors, as that is very important while we're doing our press handstand. We put our hands on the ground and we're going to lift up, and we're just going to do mini circles, mini rotations round. We're going to do about 10 of these forward, and then we're going to do them backwards. I recommend pausing this video and doing 3 sets of 10. Now backwards. Okay. So we've done that now. Another important thing is sitting in straddle and making sure we are flexible enough to bring them feet up and round. So this is what it should not look like. If you're doing that, then you are going to really struggle. You're going to have to use a lot of your muscles. But if you have a bit of flexibility in there, it won't be as hard. So you want to be down. But if you like that still, then a good way to do it is start with your arms up in the air and then go down. Like that. Okay. Very nice. Okay. So you might want to pause this video and hold each exercise for a little longer, because I am kind of rushing through it, but I don't want to bore you too much. Now we're going to do frog splits. So you know middle split, box splits, but then we're going to bend our legs and go into that split like that. This is quite a comfortable exercise, but it definitely gets a little pain when you're pushing down. But like, you could watch TV while doing this. Good way to do that. While you're just watching TV, bob something on and do this. Put me on in the background. Or if you're extra special, put me on your TV. I'm a pop star, you see. No, I'm only joking. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to do actual middle split. So we're going to slide down like that and go into middle split. Very nice. Okay, now we've done that, we're going to go from getting my words all muddled here. we're going to just go through some tips on how to do it. Okay, so we already know we don't jump. No, biggest no. I would rather you land on your head than jump, because it's just getting into bad habits, that. So a lot of people start with your feet wider, legs wider, but we need to start with them in, like that. Because then our hands, if you can see, are literally already straight, so we just need to lift a tiny bit. But if they're like that, we're going to have to lift all that way, and it's just going to be so hard to lift. So we want to bring them in, okay? What we also want to do is make sure we have a rounded back and cover our shoulders. So if you go onto the floor, and you just want to do that, and then up and push, then we want to keep that push shape and then go into that. So then we've got a stronger core and rounded back, so it should be easier to lift, okay? Then we also want to talk about our hand placement. We should not be doing a handstand like that, should we? Same thing applies for a press handstand. Apart, and then we want to claw them into the ground, basically. Not like that physically, impossible. We want to put them down, and we just want to like go like that so we have a better grip, okay? So what you have to do now is just gradually get used to it, okay? So we're just going to have a few attempts. It won't happen on first go, or if it does, well, you're impressive, let's just say. We're just going to incorporate all the idea and then there, okay? But when we're up, we don't want to look like this, do we? We don't want to look like a banana, eh? We want to squeeze like that. Squeeze, put our shoulders in, okay? But if you're like really close but you just can't quite up, I've never tried this, but I've seen it, so let's just go for it. Bend one leg, so lift one leg up like that, and then you go up to your straddle like that. So bend one leg when you do it, so do that, and then bend one, and it makes it a lot easier, okay? And you just want to keep swapping, and then gradually get them straighter, so I'll try it this way. You just want to bend one, and then bring them up, and then back down, and then just keep switching between the legs. That's if you're very close, but I definitely recommend trying that, because it is a much easier way. Doesn't feel it when you're in that position, but it definitely is. You also need a strong core, so this would help. People might call it a C position. Just round your back in. V-sits. Just need to get that core stronger if you're struggling still. So I really hope this video helped. If you got any better in any way, please like this video and subscribe for more content. Thank you, bye!